And great to be with you. Thank you for coming to your practice this morning. And so let's begin by kind of shaking around, moving around, coming into your space. We are affected by our space, but we also affect our space. And so as you're present in your room, wherever you are, just kind of knowing that you have an effect on that space as well. And so as you bounce around, as you move, it's like you're clearing the energy. It's like you're kind of cleaning and clearing the energy in your space, making it optimum for your practice. You're gonna let your feet sink into the earth and let your arms rest at your sides. This is a Qigong stance, and it's also called a horse stance or Wu Ji posture. So we can call things different names, but what we're getting at is feeling rooted through the bottoms of your feet, lifted through the crown of your head. There is a softness in your joints. So there's even a slight bend of your elbows, a slight bend in your knees, maybe even a slight crease in your quad and your hip flexors, and a softening. And as you inhale, you press a little more into the earth with the bottoms of your feet. And as you exhale, it's like the earth presses back into the bottoms of your feet, and the crown of your head extends towards the heavens. And take a deep breath and let it go. Kind of noticing how you feel. And throughout this session, we've played with some different concepts. We've kind of found our center point, which is an important part of each time we practice. We've played with the directions, kind of different directions that we can move our chi, our life energy. We've done some animal movements because those are just a good time. Let your hands come to rest on your dantian. Dantian, center of gravity, center of energy, about 3 finger widths below your belly button, and it's internal, it's inside of your body. This whole area of the hip flexors, the pelvis, the sacrum, it's a very important place for our energy to consolidate, to kind of cook, to bring energy together so that it can be more easily digested, so that it can be directed to different areas of the body. And a way that we can do that is through breathing, deeper breathing. You might envision your breath drawing down towards your dantian as you inhale, finding an expanse of your belly, letting your belly expand as you inhale. And as you exhale, your low abdomen draws towards your spine, and your pelvic floor gently lifts. Just letting yourself breathe as your belly expands. Your diaphragm is pressing down on the contents of your abdomen. And seeing if you can find this sense of softness within your structure. This deeper breathing encourages the strengthening of your deep stabilizer muscles. That's the muscles of your diaphragm, of your transverse abdominals. They're deeper inside. They're not our six-pack abs. We don't need those. Those don't mean anything. We want the deeper stuff. The pelvic floor muscles, which are often overstressed. We have a lot of tension that we hold in our pelvic floor. And so just bringing a gentle awareness to your breath and envisioning this expansion of your belly as you inhale, and this gentle lifting of your pelvic floor and drawing inward of your low abdomen as you exhale. And then as you inhale, it relaxes. And your breath is slow, and there's no need to force anything. It's gentle, it's natural. Bringing awareness to your breath, to the benefits that come through a deeper breathing. You stimulate the parasympathetic nervous response. You strengthen your dantian, bringing yourself to the present moment. Now just let any focus on muscles relax. Just let your breath be natural. We're gonna bring your hands out in front of your dantian, and as you inhale, your hands open, and as you exhale, they close. It's okay if your breath isn't moving down towards your belly. If it feels natural, if it feels good, go for it. Just expanding and condensing at the dantian. As you breathe, your shoulders soften, your mind relaxes. And let's cloud walk, shifting your weight from side to side, lifting one heel and lifting the other. Letting your fingers relax. Being present in the bottoms of your feet. Reconnect with the earth element, with that present moment awareness. Releasing worry. Back to center. Return your hands to your dantian, and let's gather chi, gathering, bringing everything that is helpful and useful into your center of gravity. We've also talked about our Wei Qi, our interface with the world around us. There's so many different concepts. The most important one, again, is to strengthen a sense of being rooted in the present moment, of bringing yourself back to equilibrium. It's from this place that we can make good decisions, or decisions that might be the most beneficial for whatever we're trying to achieve. Strong earth element encourages that sense of comfort, of satisfaction. And from there, we can maybe worry a little less about the outcomes, can be a bit more responsive rather than reactive. It's just a great place to return to, especially as we spend a lot of time in our heads and projecting ourselves into the future. The wood element, very strong, very valued in our culture. What are you doing? Um, Rather than how are you feeling? How is being going for you? Our practice is all about strengthening this earth element and moving from there, quieting our minds, allowing us to feel a little bit more with compassion and kindness for our experience, stimulating our innate healing ability. Very practical stuff for functioning as optimally as possible. Let's come back to center and let's bring down the heavens. Turn your palms to face up, reaching up and drawing down. Move with your breath. One more time, reaching up, gathering and releasing anything you don't need. We're going to play with balance. Let one hand come out to the side, the other comes about midline. Shift your weight to that leg and touch out with the toe. Your way back to center. And as you find it, working with your balance, of noticing how important it is to feel grounded. That the further we extend ourselves away from center, kind of the more effort it takes to come back. So you're playing with that center line, working with your ability to balance, kind of noticing when you feel a little off balance, and maybe doing a little bit less, especially as we move inward, as we find this yin energy, the cooling phase, metal towards water, autumn towards winter, shorter days, longer nights, need to rest more. Look at the trees outside. They know exactly what needs to happen, and we can follow their example. Come back to center. You're going to press your hands behind you, shift your weight, bring a heel out in front. Extend your arms out in front and bring your toe behind, playing around with balance. Strengthening all these little muscles that help support us. Balancing the sides of the body, brain. Come back to center. Shift your weight to the other leg. Press your hands behind. Heel. A big problem in our culture is really high cortisol levels. lot of stress hormones. Coming back to center, bring your hands to rest on your dantian. Insomnia, we are a culture of insomniacs, a nation of insomniacs. It's hard to sleep for many of us, and especially now, sleep is so important for us to be able to process, to release, to digest emotions, make ourselves as well as possible, again, functioning as optimally as possible. We're gonna rub our bellies, making some nice gentle belly rubs. And as you do, I'm gonna make a healing sound for the earth element, the sound of You've just eaten something very delicious. Let your exhale be a long sound of Let your hands rest over your navel. Of our plug into life, this balancing point, this celestial pivot where the yin aspects, the lower, the connecting with earth, and the heavenly aspects, the upward, the connecting with the heavens, kind of come together at our navel center, our plug into life. Literally our plug into life, then it becomes a wireless connection. Let your hands face each other like you're holding a ball, and we're going to turn and roll the ball, turning at the celestial pivots, getting a nice massage through our organs of digestion, earth element organs. Releasing pensiveness and worry, and allowing ourselves to be present. To come from a place of equanimity, of balance. Make your way back to center. Let your palms face each other. Let's separate heaven and earth. Pressing, coming back to center. Thing. Again, feeling ourselves as that connecting point between energies that are more yin, more quiet, calming, cooling, receptive, and more yang, upward, outward. Expansive. The reason I love this methodology so much is that it resonates with me. I can feel it. I can feel the need to rest a little more as we come into the winter solstice time. And when we can find ourselves in the present moment and nurture that sense of presence and satisfaction and balance, then we can more easily quiet our minds. Come back to center. And let's cloud walk to smooth things out. Cloud walking, moving your ankle if that feels good. It might even feel nice to move your wrists. You can evolve your cloud walking. You're allowed to do that. In fact, this is your practice, and so you can take anything we do and make it better for you. Coming back to center. I'm gonna take your hands to your right low rib. So I'm not mirroring you, and you're giving your liver a little massage. And your liver a little massage, and your liver is pretty large on your right side. And the liver, a wood element organ. The wood element, the season of spring, yang rising. And you're giving it a nice massage, helping you to quiet the mind. There's a nice movement that we'll do, rocking the baby dragon. So bring your hands to face up. You have this beautiful baby dragon in your arms, and you're going to rock the baby dragon. As you do this, you're massaging your liver and your stomach, spleen, pancreas, getting a stretch and a squeeze. Helping to process anger and frustration that can be stored in the liver, any feelings of irritation. It's fine to feel anger. We need anger. Anger helps us to take action. And it's important for us to do that. We're here to do stuff. That's why we have these wonderful bodies, so we can do the stuff we need to do, to take action, to work with others. And but holding on to anger doesn't serve us well. So we're helping to process whatever's kind of stored so that we can quiet our minds a little, so we can relax a little bit more. The wood element is also kindness, generosity, our ability to be flexible. And come back to center. Let's tap the head, just tapping, tapping, tapping. And you can shift around however you'd like, tapping your head, tapping the sides of your head, just to go to town. I'm going to make a sound for the wood element, a healing sound, which is like you're shushing a baby. A long shh. Tap dancing all over your head. Now let's tap dance our way down to under the collarbones. I'm breathing, tapping, strengthening metal element, that cooling phase of autumn in ourself, our ability to feel, to touch base with our feelings, to be in touch, to honor our feelings. How we feel is very important, and to be able to process our feelings so that we can take what's helpful. It's a refinement process. Metal isn't, metals are found in the earth, but they're not really usable for our purposes until we refine them. And so that's what we're constantly doing with our metal. We're refining ourselves. We're taking our feelings, taking experiences, we're processing them, we're breathing into them. letting go, processing grief and disappointment when things don't turn out exactly how we would like, or when they're over. Life is the preciousness of life is it's not forever. Being in touch. Gonna find a healing sound for the lungs. Zzz, a whole bunch of Z's in a row. Zzz. Mm. Let it go. Shake out your hands, shake out your feet. Stand in that Qigong stance and just sort of notice. Notice the bottoms of your feet sinking into the earth, the crown of your head extending. Take a deep breath and let it go. We have the earth element, the present moment. It's kind of like the center point. And from there we have on one side you have wood, on the other side you have metal. And this is kind of our experience, our soul axis, it's sometimes called. We're gonna open to the horizons. Now let your arms come out in front and then open up. We're gonna come back down and we're gonna turn to a bow stance and open to the horizon. So we'll do this for a little while. So we're gonna go back to center and you get the hang of it. Coming back to center, opening to the horizon. Shift your weight to the other side, stepping out with your foot. And that bow stance, the nice little stretch. The hip as well. Back to center. And just play around with this as a moving meditation. Allowing your movement to maybe work with your breath as well. Maybe finding an inhale as you open to the horizon. Maybe an exhale as you come back down. Your movements become a little bit more flowing as you start to really pick up the mechanics. And that is very common. We pick up the mechanics and then instead of turning it on autopilot, which is what we do with so much of how we move through our day, we can allow our awareness to kind of heighten into our movements a little bit more. We're not so concerned with the mechanics. Notice our breath a little more. We can find a bit more softness. And this can happen in any of our Qigong movements. In fact, there are different levels of, levels not being one's better than the other, but just different ways that we can experience our practice. One is the mechanics, the movement themselves, which is great for balancing the body and the brain. Then we start to notice how we feel when we do the movements. Maybe they become a bit more meditative because we aren't as concerned with the mechanics. And come back to center. And then let your hands come down. Um, move your wrists, move your ankles, just shake things out. In fact, let's just roll the shoulders a few times as well. Let your shoulders come up and back. Oh, it can feel nice. Let's do a few arm swings. I think that'll feel nice too. Let your arms swing forward and back. Sure not to hit anything. And let your palms face behind you. So as your arms are swinging, we do different kinds of arm swings. Sometimes we do them where the fingertips come to touch. And right now you're letting your hands and the palms face back, and see if as you move, you can let your palms press out and then the tops of your hands face in front of you. This is a little less loosey goosey. This is really good for your heart, stimulating your thymus, stimulating the meridians that run through your arms, your hands, and your chest. Those for the metal element, the lungs, the large intestine, and also the fire element, the heart, the small intestine, the triple burner, and the pericardium. And let your arms relax. Just shake things out and stand, noticing. Whew, noticing all that movement. Maybe it even makes you feel a little buoyant. And just, again, being aware. We're stimulating this awareness, coming back to the present moment, how you feel right now, noticing your breath, calming your mind to allow yourself to feel. And bring your hands to your dantian, that earth element. And now we'll play with wood again. We're going to push palms, pushing one hand out and the other. And as you move, you might twist your body a little. I'm just kind of noticing how you want to change this movement. It could stay right here. Wood element, the warming phase, us taking action in the world, planning, doing stuff. Frustration, anger, kindness, generosity, flexibility, calming our thinking mind. And also think about the organs associated with the wood element, the liver and the gallbladder. Many of us have gallbladder surgery. People have their gallbladders removed, and the gallbladder is a decision making organ. Think of how much we have to decide. Oh my, and it's a strain on our organs as well when our thoughts really affect our bodies quite a bit. And the liver in Western culture, I mean, we do a lot of interesting things to our liver. We take lots of medications. We drink alcohol a lot. It's hard on the liver. the food that we eat has a lot of chemicals in it. Even when we try to, eat foods that don't have them, it's still there. So our liver physically has a lot to deal with, physiologically has a lot to deal with, and in Chinese medicine, it's the general. Its job is to move us forward, to help us to kind of plan our movements, and then the gallbladder is the decision maker. Yang, rising, springtime, planning, just like when the color is green, just like the trees getting those fresh little bright green leaves. And coming back, let your hands come down and move your wrists and your ankles. Just sort of flick things off and bring your hands to rest on your dantian, kind of coming back to earth. We have that earth is in the middle. We have the wood element on one side and the metal element on the other, and that's the soul axis. Back to earth. And when we calm our minds, we kind of help to clear and clear things out of our minds. And taking a few deep breaths, coming back to the present moment. Then we're able to feel sensitivity to our feelings, embracing the ephemeral, knowing that we don't have control over a lot and we have to just process. Bringing your hands in front of your lungs, turn your palms to face out, pressing out, and coming back in. The metal element organs, the lung, the large intestine, the skin, organs of elimination, processing, and of refining. Allowing ourselves to feel. I think a lot of times the reason we do so much when we have all of that external yang, then we don't have to draw inward, because it can be hard, it can be painful to really deal with how we feel. It's not all sunshine and rainbows. It's real stuff. And but to be honest with ourselves about how we feel, quieting our mind, being less busy, so that we can process. So important. And that's what this time of year is for also, is kind of coming in, coming a little more quiet, focusing a little more on the internal sensations rather than the external. And one of the beautiful things is that we can do things like practicing some movement, but one of the best ways to process is to rest. You just go to sleep and you're anesthetized and you can process it all. And that's why it's so important to get lots of sleep. Letting your hands come back in, resting them over your lungs, envisioning breathing in this bright white healing light, color of sunshine on freshly fallen snow. The wood element is like our left brain, rational, analytical. The metal element is like our right brain, with abstract thinking, doesn't have language. It's our dream time as well, just processing. And relax into it and know that this is what you're built to do. You're built to process. Beautiful. And bring your hands to your dantian and a deep breath and let it go. I'm going to stimulate the center of each palm, the Lao Gong. So the wood and metal, that's that soul axis. This is kind of your personal experience. But now we have our spirit axis. our connection between our ancestry and then wherever humanity is going. It's really exciting. So it's the this soul axis is kind of a personal, and the spirit axis is very much our oneness with all, our connection. And it also includes our individual purpose. I'm going to massage the other Lao Gong, the center of the palm, connected to the fire element. We have earth, we have metal and wood, and we have water and fire. That spirit axis. Relaxing, releasing strain and stress around our hearts. And this is the spirit, our purpose, what brings us joy and enthusiasm. This is how we move humanity in that direction of peace, is through caring for our purpose, for nurturing it, like the little beautiful fire that it is. I'm gonna take your hands in front of your heart, your palms press out, and we're gonna make a healing sound for the heart, which is ha, a long ha, just like you're singing from your heart. Ha. And bringing your hands back up. Ha. Ha. Time. Ha. Let your hands face each other. We're gonna open and close at your heart. Opening, like we did with the Dantian of at the beginning of our practice. As you inhale, you open, and exhale, you close. You can even let your breath descend down into your belly. That Dantian breathing or diaphragmatic breath, letting your inhale expand your belly, and maybe on your exhale, you draw your belly towards the spine. Might lift your pelvic floor very gently and then relaxing them as you inhale. And strengthening, bringing more awareness and attention to some internal structures, which is also something that's hard to do. It's very difficult to know how we feel. We prevent ourselves from feeling a lot. But when we bring our awareness to our breath, to digestion, to different parts of our bodies, we tap into them a little bit more. We start to really process, and then we're able to move in the direction of our truly spirit axis. Bring the hands, and one on top, one on the bottom, finding a fire element movement, extending your arms, looking over your fingertips, and bringing the hands back to form a ball. And they roll and extending like you have wings, the back of your body, and you extend the wings, and you sort of squeeze your shoulder blades together, and hands face each other again. And it takes some mechanics, takes some getting used to. And then once you get the mechanics to work for you, you can maybe squeeze a little more between your shoulder blades, the back of your heart. So when we are able to kind of find the present moment, connect with our present moment, with our earth element, we can then work from that soul axis. We can calm our mind and allow ourselves to feel. And then we can really work with the spirit axis, that joy. And when we find our joy, when we come from the heart, we connect with all of humanity, all of life, which is amazing. We move it in a direction of joy, of love, by caring for ourselves, because we are a microcosm of the macro. Yeah, finish this up on each side and come back to center. Actually, bring your hands to your heart. Let your hands rest on your heart and smile into your heart. Smile into the direction that we're all working to bring humanity. Come back to the earth, that midpoint, bringing your hands to your dantian, returning to earth. We're going to visit water. Water touches everything. It's our DNA, it's our ancestry. It's that spirit axis. This is humanity. We're projecting, we're moving in that direction. We still have our personal experience, but we have this broader experience as well. And these are just different ways to consider the elemental forces within ourselves. I'm going to take our hands and pummel the kidneys. I'm just going as far up your back as you can, and we're going to find a healing sound for the kidneys, which is choo, choo, choo. Like that. Woo. Back down. And in a Wuchi posture, take a deep breath. Let it go. Find a water gong. Bring one hand to your low back, palm faces out. It could come up towards the kidney adrenal line. Your feet might be a little further apart, making a cup with your hand. Water wheel, going across your gaze and scooping into some cool, clear water. Water, our ancestry, our DNA. Water touches everything. Our kidney chi is the ancestral chi. It's the chi we were born with, the chi we received in Chinese medicine. It happens at the moment of conception, and it is the result of the kind of states of both parents, physical, emotional, mental, just wherever they're at in that moment in time. And that is our inheritance. It's what we've got. And it came from their parentage and their parentage and their parentage, all the way back to the beginning of humanity. Water is very cool, clear. It's the season of winter, it's a time of gestation. Our kidneys like to be warm. They want us to keep them nice and warm and to rest. Creativity. Also fear. Not just the fight or flight response, which the adrenal glands have a role to play in that, and they rest atop your kidneys, but also kind of existential fear that's been passed down in humanity, and we seek to from that fear, to process it. And as we do, as we process and return to the present moment and keep coming back to that center point of earth, we keep quieting our minds and processing how we feel and moving in the direction of our purpose. We heal our ancestry and we heal the generations to come. You let this arm come down. Let your other arm relax and give it a shake. We'll do the other side. Bring your hand to face out at your low back. Water wheel. This is a great squeeze for the kidneys as well. Of course, anytime we move our bodies, we move our chi, move our energy. Breathing into any places within ourselves that are cool, cold. Warming those places. Scooping up cool, clear water and dribbling it across your toes. More time, giving yourself a scoop and lowering your arm. Bring your other arm out, shake it out, shake out your feet, shake out your hands. Breathe into the bottoms of your feet, a Qigong stance, letting your arms feel soft. With each inhale, pressing into the earth, and with each exhale, the earth presses back into the bottoms of your feet. The crown of your head extends towards the heavens. Hands to your dantian. Back to center. Allowing yourself to feel and to rest. We don't have to be intelligent to heal. We don't have to have specific knowledge. We just have to be honest with ourselves and allow ourselves to rest and trust in that ability to heal and our ability to process our emotions. And healing doesn't mean that we won't be without discomfort. We live in a world where there's so many variables, internal and external variables. There will be discomfort, there will be injury and illness. But when we find this center place, we work in the direction of healing. And it benefits all of life. Bring a hand to your heart. Feeling your heartbeat and your breath. And offer yourself kindness, compassion, peace, and love. And give yourself a smile into your body. Feel your endorphins. Feel the physiological response to a smile as you smile into your being and you smile into the palms of your hands and into your breath, smiling into the bottoms of your feet. experience as you care well for yourself. And in doing so, you assist humanity. Take a deep breath and bring your feet together. The right fist represents strength. The left hand, fingers together, friendship. Thumbs drawn inward, humility. Together, it is a sign of respect, respecting each of your practices. And it's just such an honor to get to be with you. Thank you so much for coming today. I'm going to hit my stop the recording button.